at the glory there. That is some beautiful coffee. Well, the coffee's flowing and it's time to get going. Hey, welcome back to Questions Over Coffee. My name's Kevin Smith. It's good to see you again. Want a cup of coffee? Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything that's coming up on Questions Over Coffee. If you have a comment or a question, leave it in the section below. We'll get to it just as fast as we can. Today's question comes from Christ died for you _ live for him. They write, I found this video because I've been convicted over the job I currently have. I worked in a cannabis dispensary and God saved me while working at this job. I want to quit and I think that I should, but I'm wrestling with this. Do I wait until God opens a door or do I jump with no safety net? Christ died for you? That is a fantastic question. Because a lot of times the concern is not just job related, but it is should I take measures to help God along his way in answering the request that I have, or whatever the case may be. We see this all the way back into the story of Abraham, at least, and that is a fantastic question, something to definitely consider. The fact that you are uncomfortable with this particular job at this point, that you believe you should leave, makes it sound, at least to me, and of course it's hard to hear the tone in a text of any kind, but still, it makes it sound like this is a conscience issue of at least some level, and if it is a conscience issue, then the answer is yes, get out of there. Not based on sin of any kind, but Romans 14 talks about if someone believes that something is a sin and they do it anyway, to them it is a sin. And it certainly extends to keeping a job that you are convinced, conscience-wise, is a bad, sinful idea. So I would say, if that is the case, if this is a conscience issue, if it's already tugging on your conscience, then the answer very well may be right there for you. Go ahead and make that jump. I will say that quitting before you have another job in hand is ill-advised, let's say. Looking for work, and when the interviewer asks, why did you leave your other job? I see you are not employed at the moment. Kind of looks a little, I believe the current word is sketch, but still, it looks a little bad in a sense. So that is definitely something to consider. But again, if this is actually a conscience issue, that fact that you'll have to answer that question for another employer should not matter too much, but you do need to be aware of the potential pitfalls, so there you go. What I would recommend, and I'm sure you've already been doing this, but pray and pray hard. In this particular case, let me point you to James chapter 1, verses 2 through 5. Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance, and let endurance have its perfect result, so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. But if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all generously and without reproach, and it will be given to him. Ask God. And specifically, ask God for the wisdom to make this decision. Tell him that you want to do what he wants you to do, and ask him to lead you where he wants you. Ask him to work through you to find the position where you can glorify him the best, and then be willing to go where he leads. The other thing that I would advise you to do would be to seek the counsel of your eldership, friends, family, other believers that are wise. Seek their counsel and have them pray with you. If you are convicted to leave this current position before you have another position lined up, it may very well be rough, financially as you go to seek other employment. But, you may end up needing to take a different kind of work, what many consider to be menial labor, day labor sometimes, working retail, fast food, things of that nature, before you find something that could be a new career. And if that is the case, there is no shame in that at all. We want, as God's people, to seek him, to serve him, to glorify him. And if we are in a position where we do not do that, then we need to get out of that position, at least in most cases. And if we are in a position that our conscience says, no, get out, this is bad, don't do this, then we need to get out. We need to listen to our conscience, because to him who believes that something is a sin and does it anyway, to him it is a sin. And we want to avoid those things, right? So I have a question for you. Who in your life can you trust their counsel? Can you trust their wisdom to help you make those hard decisions? I mean, of course, God is number one. But who else can you sit down over a cup of coffee and say, I've got this question, I've got this concern, what do you think? Leave me a comment in the section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything that's coming up on Questions Over Coffee. Thank you for our time together today. I look forward to the next time. Keep pressing forward.